The rivalry between Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer is one of the greatest in tennis history. Over the years, they have faced each other 50 times, including some of the most epic duels in Grand Slam finals. But let's get back a little bit and see how it all started. It is 2011, French Open semifinals. 2 months ahead of his 30th birthday, Federer was seeded number 3 for the first time in a Grand Slam since Wimbledon 2003. The Swiss had not reached a final in one of the 4 major championships since the 2010 Australian Open. Djokovic was the big favorite of the semi-final. The 24-year-old Serbian went into the game unbeaten in 43 matches. Novak has already won the Australian Open and 4 Master 1000 titles, including Madrid and Rome on clay. Victory would take Djokovic to the top of the world rankings and equal the record of 42 consecutive wins in the same season, held by John McEnroe since 1984. Federer led 13-9 in the head-to-head at the time, but Djokovic had won the last 3 meetings, including the semi-final in Melbourne earlier in January. This tournament was crucial in their rivalry.
Everybody was talking about maybe me playing Novak, but I wasn't rattled by the idea that it could happen. I was really concentrated on my path to first get there and then see if he makes it there, and he did it.
I don't think I'm unbeatable. I don't think I can continue this run for the whole 12 months of the year, but I'm trying not to think about me losing or this run ending,
In a match filled with sublime shot-making from both sides, Federer won in 4 sets. This victory sent Federer to his 5th French Open final and denied Djokovic a chance to complete the Joker Slam, holding all 4 Grand Slam titles simultaneously. Federer's performance, particularly his serve and forehand, was at its vintage best. But after this tournament, nothing will be the same anymore. It is 2011 US Open semi-final match, and everything looked like the French Open tournament result will be repeated. Federer was leading 2-0 and held 2 match points on Djokovic's serve at 5-3 in the 5th set. What happened next will remain in the history books forever. Djokovic saved the first match point with a stunning forehand return winner, which shifted momentum in his favor. At the end, Djokovic went on to win the match. This victory was seen as a psychological turning point in their rivalry, as Djokovic's confidence soared after pulling off an improbable win against one of the sport's greatest. Federer was angry at himself, but also angry at Djokovic for some reason. He called Novak's play.
Yeah, I had it. I don't know, there's no more I could do. Slaps one shot and then the whole thing changes. It's strange how it goes, but it's just the way he returns that. It's just not a guy who believes much, much anymore in winning, and then to lose against someone like that, it's very disappointing because you feel like he was mentally out of it already, and just gets the lucky shot in and off you go.
What did he do better this time than when you guys played at the French Open?
Are you serious? I don't know. I thought it was a close match. I should have won here.
From this point on in their careers, Djokovic had the mental edge in their matches. The rivalry between Djokovic and Federer remained one of the most exciting in tennis, particularly from 2011 onward. Djokovic dominated their encounters after 2011, winning several key matches in Grand Slams, including the 2014 and 2015 Wimbledon finals and the 2015 US Open final. However, Federer's ability to challenge Djokovic, even as he aged, made their matchups thrilling spectacles, often characterized by high-quality tennis and dramatic moments. Djokovic's post-2011 trajectory solidified his status as one of the greatest players in history. However, he was still undermined by the tennis community. At this point in his career, no one gives him a credit for his accomplishments.
Probably Federer.
Roger Federer, because he's just closest to perfection ever possible.
Probably Roger again.
But Djokovic just didn't care about the comments, and after that went to beat Federer on Wimbledon twice. In 2014, in one of their most memorable encounters, Djokovic defeated Federer in 5 sets. Federer had saved a match point in the 4th set to force a decider, but Djokovic's resilience and ability to absorb pressure helped him secure his 2nd Wimbledon title. In 2015 Wimbledon final, Djokovic repeated his triumph by beating Federer in 4 sets. This match further reinforced the shift in their rivalry, as Djokovic's baseline game and supreme returning skills overpowered Federer's serve and volley approach on grass. From 2012 to 2015, Djokovic added multiple Grand Slam titles to his collection. His relentless consistency, exceptional defensive skills, and mental toughness enabled him to become a fixture in Grand Slam finals. In 2015, he achieved one of the greatest seasons in tennis history, winning 3 Grand Slam titles. In 2016, Djokovic reached the pinnacle of his career by winning the French Open for the first time, completing the career Grand Slam and holding all 4 Grand Slam titles simultaneously, a feat known as the Joker Slam. This victory solidified Djokovic's position among the greatest players of all time. After the 2011 US Open, Federer's career experienced periods of both struggle and resurgence. While he faced stiff competition from Djokovic, Nadal, and later younger players, Federer's remarkable longevity still allowed him to achieve significant milestones well into his 30s. Federer's elegance and longevity inspired millions, while Djokovic's resilience, mental fortitude, and ability to peak during the most critical moments defined his dominance. Together, they pushed each other to new heights, with Djokovic overtaking Federer in terms of Grand Slam victories, while Federer's impact on the sport remains unmatched in terms of popularity and grace. Both players have left indelible marks on tennis, shaping the modern era of the sport. After finishing his career, Federer finally gave credit to Djokovic for his success.
I guess he was the party crasher of Rafa and Roger fans. There was a lot of Rafa-Roger love there. So when Novak came, probably a lot of people saying, like, we don't need a third guy. We're happy with Roger and Rafa. And I think I didn't give Novak the respect he deserved because of his technical flaws. I felt like Novak had a very extreme forehand grip, and his backhand, for me, wasn't as fluid as it is nowadays. But then he ironed those things out super well, and it became an unbelievable monster of a player.
Djokovic was always seen as the gooseberry by fans, and that's no longer a prickly subject for the 8-time Wimbledon champion. When there's no skin in the game to hold back, Federer can speak fast and loose. I guess he was the party crasher of Rafa and Roger fans. There was a lot of Rafa-Roger love there, so when Novak came, probably a lot of people said, look, we don't need a third guy. We're happy with Roger and Rafa. Throughout many years, it was a big mess. The disrespect and insults from reporters and fans have raised questions about why such a figure, who has accomplished so much for the sport, faces this persistent negativity. Djokovic often feels like an outsider in comparison to his main rivals. Federer and Nadal have enjoyed overwhelming fan support, with the tennis community and media frequently praising their sportsmanship and style of play. In contrast, Djokovic, who shares similar, if not superior success on the court, has had to contend with a different narrative, one that often paints him as a disruptor or villain.
Djokovic is the champion in Cincinnati once more.
7-6, 7-6.
A 39th Masters title, surely one of the most remarkable of those finals.